Hey, I'm Jules Van Pevenage, and I'm the lead singer, and I play in a band called Don't Tell Julie.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jay Sky. I'm a producer, songwriter, guitar player, and I play in the new pop-punk band called Don't Tell Julie.
Our latest song out is called Snowglobe. It's about feeling stuck, living in a small town. I grew up in a small town.
Snowglobe is a reflection of me growing up. It's a little hard to say just because I did move around a lot.
It's inspired by growing up in a small town and just feeling the kind of claustrophobia of never feeling like you can get out of the rut.
So I'm from New York. I spent 8 years growing up in South Florida, and then I finished my high school back on Long Island.
I grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania and know that feeling well.
Less about being trapped in the same area and more just like seeing kids that were kind of stuck in their own way and not knowing how to get out of that.
The way that people see you and the images that get built up of you there.
I had a lot of friends that had problems with drugs and family issues and all of those things. Some of them didn't make it to today. A lot of them ended up being incarcerated. So in that aspect of just not being able to get out of this cage that you create for yourself, kind of how I see the snow globe.
People want to be accepted, and you'll do anything to feel like people like you and accept you.
So I've pretty much always wanted to do music. As like a baby, I was like banging on my dad's drums.
I and my 3 older siblings were all homeschooled.
My parents always had tons of records, CDs, they didn't have records in the house.
In some ways it was cool. If I could collaborate with any musician, I mean, Lady Gaga, of course.
As far as like early hip hop influences, like huge 50 Cent, DMX fan.
Tallest man on earth, because I love him, and I would just stare into his eyes the whole time. That would be cool. Bon Iver actually would also be really, really fucking fun.
Moving into rock music, I'm like a huge fan of Incubus, Fall Out Boy, kind of emo music, Taking Back Sunday. The list literally goes on. It's also like old Katy Perry, Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, I don't know, tons of stuff. Always been like really into some of the Goo Goo Dolls earlier music as well.
It is true that I did tune Jennifer Lopez's piano. Yes, she was there. She was there. I didn't see her, but I heard her. It was not a super nice piano. It was a little Acrosonic Baldwin, and I definitely spent more time on that piano than most clients' piano. The quality that annoys me the most about Jay Sky, well, it annoys and endears. He's very germaphobic.
So one thing that really bugs me about Julie is that she thinks it's acceptable to ride the New York City, Brooklyn subways, and then in those dirty street clothing, sit on my bed.
I love it, but also I'm very aware whenever I bring anything into the space we're working in to not put anything anywhere that touched. I like put my bag down on public restroom floors. I shouldn't tell them that.
Easier. So I would change that about her. She should bring a second pair of clothing when she comes to my studio. At the age 9, I started rapping in the park in Florida, and it was something I was like drawn to, and it was really easy for me to do. Started writing songs. Age 15, I'm playing guitar. Started making more melodies, rock, pop, things like that. Yeah, I do rap, not as much. I feel like you could always hear the influence and stuff I work on that's gonna have some element of like rhythmic components, like in the verses or whatever. Yeah, I have a bunch of rap music out under Jay Sky.
I'm the lead singer of a new pop-punk band called Don't Tell Julie, and our latest single, Snowglobe, is available everywhere for you to listen to. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, it's on Hinge, it's on the Whole Foods website.